What I'll do next is really deep dive in terms of what are differentiators for us, why DEI has been a very important pillar for us from the start, from the beginning. And while I was hearing some of the initial, stories and how it's different or difficult, there was some mention of initially any diverse candidate had to go through the CSR route to actually join, a corporate job in India or get a good job basis their talent. So I'm very, very happy that, we've been pretty progressive, right? We have had our DNI approach and all of the 4 pillars. Right now, we're in a stage where they're very deeply established. And the other part of it is that we really give that comfort to employees to, be who they are. It's not about for us, trying to get people that, okay, there is somebody who associates with the LGBTQ plus I community and there is that push from us that, come and share. All of it is absolutely confidential and depending on the employee's personal comfort to disclose their identity. So that's how comfortable we are and we really appreciate and recognize. And, our endeavor is to create an inclusive culture where everybody, irrespective of who they are, from where they come, they have all of the necessary support to really thrive, progress, and build a very successful, long, fruitful career with HSBC. So this is our DEI framework, which really, we were talking about the case study on why this is a business case. It really makes a lot of difference if you have diverse teams come together and, work on a project and present their, work together. So obviously there is greater innovation, there's more collaboration between different people, there is more identity, you manage risks better, and overall the workforce agility and, your talent landscape to build an inclusive culture is great. So that's one of the reasons. We have these 4 pillars that we really, adhere to and try and project. It's different across each of the local markets, but it's very much present. First of it is, of course, fair and inclusive recruiting, a very important one for us in today's context. The way you hire really gives you the opportunity to, look at your entire representation for the internal talent base at an organization. So we've ensured that it's extremely transparent, it's open, there's a good diversity mix, there's a lot of sensitization across the organization in terms of, if it's not coming, if, our diversity mix is not presented, our manager's asking for it, right? So all of those conversations where it's just very well established within the DNA has already happened. Progression of underrepresented talent. So once the person comes on board, it's not necessary that they get the equal opportunity. So we have very curated, specially designed programs. We have a fair, promotion performance policy where we do look at our gender pay parity, reports as well. So all of this is in place to ensure that, people with diverse groups get that additional nudge, the additional support, that's needed for them to also, keep growing and succeeding. Building an inclusive culture. I'm so proud to say that, at HSBC, very, very grateful for the kind of commitment and advocacy we receive from our top leadership, right? And it's not like, okay, I have a DNI agenda. It's more about living it every single day. It's not, HR pushing. Along with the leaders, we have wonderful allies from ERGs, our employee resource groups, who partner with us, who work with us, and drive a lot of it to the ground where the experience is, lived for employees. So that is like super cool. And then we have supporting an inclusive society. Again, we've taken a leap in this direction where for the past 2 years, we are the principal sponsor of a program. It's a gender diversity campaign with CNBC. It's called Future Female Forward, where we're talking about, we have this opportunity and the platform to partner with all the different organizations. It's beyond corporate India. It's government-affiliated organizations, the NGOs, people who come and talk about not only what are the kind of problems women in India face, but what has been done differently. Sharing of best practices to address these problems and get out of it, get better. Work towards that positive shift. That's what our endeavor has been. And we also are the principal sponsor for Athletic Federation of India for our HSBC Balance, which looks at gender. Pride that's very passionate about people from the LGBTQI plus community, and ability for people, in terms of the well-being space, people with physical ability or, PWD, right? Different needs that come for people from this particular diverse group. In terms of programs, and we have round the year events or initiatives to help drive with us. I remember recently we were, concluded on an entire nice ready reckoner for policies that are just focused for people from the LGBTQ plus I community, right? Because we talked about it, it's already integrated in all the policies, but if I were to talk about, to someone from the community, how can I pitch that? And this was done in partnership with our ERG. We had therapy dogs come to office, as part of the ability intervention. We had a panel conversation with people from HSBC who were out and open and talked about, the kind of challenges that they were facing and how it could be a little difficult, more difficult in a place like India compared to a few other places. So there's so much of excitement, there's so much of lovely work and inspiration that we get, as part of our entire day, at HSBC. In terms of programs, of course, for women, we continue to keep it as a focus area because there's ample research that shows that there is that glass ceiling. Many a times women who are talented, whether it's the boys club or the Sutta corner, they don't reach that, leadership level, even though they are capable. And, women also have this tendency to always subdue themselves. They will not raise their hand for the right role, even though possibly they are an 8 or 10 for the role, whereas they have a peer male colleague who might be a 6 on 10 and will still go all, out to get the role, interview for the role and possibly also gain it. So Ascend is our flagship program for mid-management women, where we support them with the necessary tools, the guidance, coaching, sponsorship, advocacy, etc., so that they move up. Power to Her is for our, women, our women returnship program, where women have taken a break because of those 4 M's that we talked about earlier, get the brilliant opportunity to come back. It's a 6-month internship, and basis how it works for both sides, we finally go ahead with the conversion, and very proud to say that we have almost 60% conversion on this particular program since its inception, right? And very powerful advocates also for the program. You could watch a video about Power to Her that's available online. The mothers on board, we also understand that people go through different life stages. So as you get into different life stages, a kind of support that you might need, the kind of extra nudge that you might need is a little different. So we have something called as a Mothers on Board program, which is to help women who come back after their maternity leave, just in terms of anything that they need. It could be as simple as counseling or those line manager connects to check on flexibility, so on and so forth. And then You Grow program again is something for our high potential talent. In terms of policies and benefits, we were talking about infrastructure, we were talking about gender reassignment, same-sex partner policies. All of that, I'm so happy that is already there within HSBC. We do offer it, right? Flexible working arrangements, again, post the COVID era, I think that's been one of the biggest sellers that all of us have been very used to, kind of, the hybrid work style and flexible work policies. Workplace adjustments is something that I'd like to talk about, which, is any kind of supporting tool or technique, maybe for people from also the PWD group, where they might need a screen reader, they might need a hearing impairment accessory, they might need something ergonomically different for their chair, for their support to reach office, gender neutral washrooms, all of that is provided. So we do have something like that as well. And beyond the policies that are already existent, on a case-to-case basis, if we have an employee, I've heard so many stories in the past where, people have asked for it and we have checked if it's possible to provide the same support, and we have gone ahead and done it, right? Whether it's sabbatical policy, so on and so forth. There's something called as childcare benefit again, which is one best-in-class policy where women up to, and primary caregivers up to 6 years of age can get that additional support. Because many times we see that, women give up with their career stating that reason, oh, I don't have any support to manage my kid and work. So whether it's your daycare or you want to use a nanny, to help you manage on the home front, we provide you support with that. I already talked about same-sex partners, reassignment. You know, we have an entire bouquet of wellness benefits. In fact, that's also top class, whether it's Flexi Benefit or, you know, a Headspace app or our employee assistant program where you could reach out to counselors, because every person has a very, very different set of needs and support. You know, we were listening to some of the concerns or, you know, the anxiety, etc., that people face. So that's also something that we do offer. And as a testament of all of this work that we have done, all of our predecessors have done at HSBC, we're very proud that we've been, you know, consistent winners in the Avatar and Paramount study for 2 consecutive years since we started, you know, participating in their survey, which is the top 100 organization companies for women, and you know, the gold employer category that we have won for the LGBTQI plus inclusion by Global Stonewall Workplace Equality Index. Again, that's been for 3 years consistently in a row. So.